Okay, let's get right into the video. So, today's video is something that I'm very, very nervous to film. It's something that it's definitely going to make me a little bit more vulnerable. It's something that I don't really speak much about, especially on public platforms such as YouTube or Instagram or Snapchat or any of that. But I just wanted to make a video about being trans. It's something that I don't, like I just said, I don't really speak about much. I'm actually super, super nervous to film this. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I created this YouTube channel because if I could reach somebody and give them some sort of entertainment, something funny, something entertaining, or if I could really reach them on a deeper level and inspire them to live their true best selves. So today's video is going to be about tips and tricks and advice for someone that's trans or transitioning in high school. So yeah. Okay, so I transitioned as senior in high school. It is definitely not something that is easy. It's definitely extremely, extremely scary. It makes you extremely, extremely vulnerable. And it's very, very intimidating. It's very intimidating. My advice for somebody that wants to transition or is currently transitioning in high school, and maybe you're having a hard time, maybe it's great for you. I never really experienced intense bullying. I was never, beaten up or anything very intense like that, which I realize is a large reality for a lot of trans people out there, and that's something that they're very, very scared of. I've always been scared of someone, physically harming me. God bless that I've never been in a situation like that before, but I know that there's a lot of people that have. My thing is in high school, everyone is very hormonal, everyone is judgmental, everyone is constantly together for 6 hours a day, 5 days a week. You've probably been in school with these people for years, and if you are transitioning in high school, everyone knows that you're like the trans kid. You're the person that stands out a bit. Do you know what I mean? Because everyone knows who you were before and they're seeing who you're becoming. I'm not saying that you're totally changing your whole personality and everything about you, but there is a large portion of you that is going to be undergoing a lot of change, whether that's appearance-wise, whether that's the way that you act, whether that's just little things about your personality that can change throughout this life decision. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a big, big thing for someone to go through, and it's a lot of self-discovery, and it's a lot of deep digging into your personality and your soul and all of that, and it's something that you really become in touch with and in tune with during that time. My advice is if people give you fucking dirty ass looks, fuck you, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, people are always going to be negative. People are always going to judge. People are always going to make comments. People are always going to critique, whether it's your hair, whether it's your makeup, whether it's your clothes, whether it's you're experimenting with something new to make you feel more feminine or masculine, whatever it may be. I can't specifically relate to someone transitioning female to male, but if that is your journey, then that's your fucking journey. And a lot of the advice that I'm going to say will apply to you. And if I do make reference to feminine attributes or whatever, that's only because that's what I can speak on, because that's what I've experienced. Do you know what I mean? So I just want this to be for anybody. You know what I mean? This is just a video about being your true self and being your best self. And if people make fucking comments, you cannot worry about it. That cannot sit with you. I know it's so easy for me to sit here now and say it after I've been out of high school for 2 years now, going on 3 years. Like, it's easy for me to say now, but also I did live it. I did experience the stares. I've been pulled aside by teachers and say, hey, what do you want me to call you? Or what, pronouns do you go by, or whatever it may be. Personally, in high school, I was a senior. I was graduating soon. I didn't feel the need to go through all of that in my senior year, having teachers transfer pronouns, having people transfer names, doing all of that. Honestly, at the end of the day, I came to the conclusion that I could not live my life as a male anymore, because that's not who I was. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do for the rest of my life because I wasn't living my true self and I wasn't being who I was meant to be on this planet. So my recommendation is, once you feel like that, once you feel ready, and once you're emotionally ready and you feel in tune with your soul and you know what you want, go for it. Fuck everyone else. find a support system. And if you don't have a support system in your immediate life, if that's not your family, if that's not your friends, and you don't have that tight-knit group, find it somewhere else. Go to a local, LGBTQ teen center or a group, or even an online chat room with other kids that are going through that. Or honestly, a big thing that I did was I watched YouTube throughout my whole thing, and I watched a lot of trans content creators, and I would see how they lived, and I would be so inspired that they had so much courage and so much confidence to live their true selves. And that really inspired me. And if I could inspire anybody by just living my true self and just living my truth and being who I am, that would mean the ultimate world to me, even if it was one person. And if people are rude to you, just don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? And if you want to start using the female restrooms, honestly, I didn't ask for permission. I just did it. I didn't feel comfortable in the man's restroom anymore. I started dressing in dresses to school. I started wearing skirts. I had acrylic nails. I was wearing full faces of makeup. I was wearing eyelashes every single day. I was being who I wanted to be, dressing how I wanted to dress, and looking how I wanted to look. People didn't understand it. I didn't ask people for permission, and I didn't ask if it was okay if I used the female restroom, because at the end of the day, I didn't want to use the men's restroom. I refused to use the men's restroom, and if I had to go to the bathroom, I had to go to the bathroom. Do you know what I mean? And it is what it is. And if teachers or staff or whoever it may be can't understand that, or they don't accept that, it's their fault and not yours. And they need to come up with an ulterior option for you, whether that's changing for PE or whether that's going to the bathroom. Any intimate settings like that you don't feel comfortable in the bathroom or changing room or locker room or whatever it may be for the gender you are assigned at birth, and you don't feel comfortable going in there, whether that's the men's or the female's bathroom or whatever it may be, you don't have to do that. There are ulterior options, and if they don't help you find those options, then you need to figure out those options for yourself. And there's no way you're going to get in trouble for using the bathroom you want to use or not changing for PE. I didn't do those things because at the end of the day, those people don't know what you're going through. Your anxiety is a million. You're nervous to walk down the hallway. You're nervous to show up to school in a dress for the first time, or you're nervous to show up to school in a men's t-shirt and men's pants or whatever it may be, and binding your breast down or whatever it may be, and you're nervous to do that. Your anxiety is going crazy. A lot of the people you've gone to school with have known you for years. They knew who you were, not who you want to be. And you're just finally getting to the point where you're letting your insides show outwards. You're finally portraying yourself as the way that you've felt for years. And there's nothing wrong with that at all, by any means. I would love for every young kid that feels like they aren't living them true selves to have the courage and have the independence and feel strong enough to do that. Because once you do start making those changes, all the difficulties, all the struggles, whether that's changing, going to the bathroom, having people look at you weird, whatever that may be, it all just seems to wash away when you start to feel internally happy. You reach a point where you no longer are nervous. Well, you'll always be kind of nervous. It's always a struggle, and it's always something that you have to figure out, and it's always something that you have to maneuver, and you have to build the self-confidence. And if you don't have the self-confidence, fake it till you make it. You have to fake it till you make it. You have to be confident, and you have to rock your shit. You know what I mean? If you want to wear a fucking short dress to school, wear a short-ass dress to school. But you better be prepared for the looks or the whatever it may be. People are always going to be rude. People are always going to be judgmental. And people are always going to say whatever the fuck they want to say, whether it's nice or whether it's mean. And there's no reason that you should live your life for somebody else, because no one is living your life for you. Your happiness is all that matters. It's all that matters. And I don't know, I've never publicly really spoken about being trans or when I transitioned or any of that, so this is a very nerve-wracking video for me. But I just kind of wanted to put that out there, and this is more just like a little PSA that you just need to live who you are and live unapologetically. and live for yourself and feel confident and be happy and make a decision and stick with it. Because if that's what you feel inside, then that's what you need to do. And if people get in your way, or people are rude, or people, create struggles for you, just remember, your happiness is the most important. And what you want is the most important. Your life is for you. It's only for you. You can't be worried about other people. Everyone's always going to say something, whether that's if you're not transitioning or if you are transitioning, people are always going to be critics, and they're always going to have something to say, and they're always going to think that they're right. But no one else is right for your life except for you. And just do you. And you're never alone, and you're not the only one to experience it. And there are people that are there for you, whether that's someone online, a guidance counselor at school, someone from your local, LGBTQ group or community, or a close friend that's been with you for years, or your family supportive. Whoever that is, you are never, ever alone. So never feel like that. I know it's hard to not feel like that. Of course, I felt like that. Of course, everyone feels alone at some point. But you're strong, and you got this. And yeah, I don't know. This is more of like an intimate video where I'm a little bit more one-on-one. I feel like not one-on-one, but I'm fucking stupid. I'm a little, I was about to say, oh my God, I'm a little bit less dramatic, but I'm always dramatic, so. But I just kind of wanted to put that out there and really bring a little bit more of a vulnerable side to this channel. And really, that was the whole reason I created this. Just to reach people and let them know that they're not alone, and let them know that, do you know what I mean? Anybody can do it, and there's people supporting you, and there's people that want to see you succeed. And if there's not, you want to succeed, and you want to do the best that you can do for yourself. And yeah, so that is really the end of this video. It's kind of short and to the point, but I kind of wanted to put that out there. And I also think that this is going to kind of become like a little bit of a series for me about trans topics, whether that's tips and tricks, stories about being trans, and different things that I've experienced, how hormones have affected me, and all different sorts of things. I think that it would be something really cool. I think that it would be something that I'm super knowledgeable about. And I think that it would be fun to share my experiences, and if someone else watches them and it benefits them, then that means everything to me. So yeah, that's today's video, and I will see you guys next time.